Guys, we are here. Season 2 finale of ReZero. Episode 50. Offbeat steps under the moonlight. Oh my goodness, we are here. After this, no more. There's nothing else. Nothing else. Actually, I think there is something else. I think there's a special episode I have to watch, if I'm correct. If I am correct, Zines, there is a special episode that's Frozen Bond. Right? Confirm in the comments if this is something I need to record. Because I will. But I probably will anyway. But still, confirm. You're here. Episode 50. So, I was originally going to record this immediately after the last session, but Crunchyroll bugged out on me, and it went to like the coding of it, and it wouldn't work. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll just let it marinate on me for a little bit. So, there were some useful comments. You guys rock. Love you guys. I was told that there was a point that I missed during the mass of Ryuzus and Amelia, and there was a portion where Amelia had said something about saving Ryuzu, and Echidna's voice came out of one of the Ryuzus, which would make sense somehow. It makes sense, but it doesn't. Like, she had two voices. So, quite interesting, because the body of Echidna was in that spell room, which I'm assuming was released. So she probably went into Ryuzu, maybe, perhaps, because the spell could have been like a block. That's what I'm kind of going with right now. Maybe. Anyway, so we had this super dope, hardcore, masterful, perfect, flawless entrance by Subaru and Beatrice. It was just hardcore, beautiful. It was like total BA right there, bruh. The way he just like Amelia was having a dope moment where she was like, I'll protect everyone, and I love it. I love her character now. I'll say it a million times. Season 1, not the biggest fan of her. Season 2, she grew, and I love character development. Outside of epic fight scenes, which I'm assuming we're about to get here, character development is my second favorite anime thing ever. Actually, in any story ever. So, even in shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., watching people, grow up, right? We watch Daisy grow up, right? I love watching character growth. It's fantastic when characters go from something and they grow, and they can recede. They can go back a little bit, but as long as that pulls them even farther forward. So having even like Beatrice character development, right? Something that she wanted, but like it pushed her resolve to the limit, and it showed that she was 100% willing to go with it to the very end. So her desire a little bit more than her resolve, but that was a lot of resolve for her to stay there and just die with that library. But almost like to the point where she was like, I'm ready to die. Like, I'm ready to die. And then we had Subaru, my man's, lay down the truth. He was like, look, I'm gonna die before you. It's gonna be a flash, but I'm gonna make sure you remember it. And I was like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, hit the spot. Goodness. All right, I'm gonna hop into this. All right, we got a ton of stuff going on, so we got to figure out what's going on with the great rabbits. And yeah, last thing I'm gonna say is I'm still going with Echidna being Amelia's mother. I feel like Minerva is the obvious choice, but I feel like Echidna is the spiciest choice. So I'm going with that one, right? That's what I'm gonna go with. So when I'm wrong next season, whatever, I'm good with it. I just think it would be the spiciest one. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Anyway, go ahead and click the link in the description below for the reaction. Hi guys. We're here. That was it. That was great. Well-rounded out section of the this season. Like the writing in this season was just so good. I love this. So good. So first let's just talk about the episode. So in the beginning we had the entire the Beatrice and Subaru / Amelia versus the Great Rabbit. They didn't kill the rabbit, so they did that for a reason, right? I haven't read any of the light novels, so I don't know. I don't know if they've done it in the future. But whenever you don't kill something and you put it into a pocket dimension, you're gonna bring it back. Just saying. The door's there, and if the door is there, it's gonna get opened. You put a door in front of someone, someone's gonna open it, okay? Just saying. Literally, because it's a door spell. But it was fantastic. So we got a cool little thing here where she was using her spell. And because he was holding her hand, he was able to use her spell. So transfer of magic? Maybe like is this a Beatrice thing? Where by holding on to him, she's able to allow them to also use her magic? Or is this maybe a Subaru thing where if he's holding on to someone, he can use their magic? Or is this just a world rule thing where if you're in contact with someone, then you can use their magic. You can use each other's magic. Because if it's a world rule thing, did she knew how to use Shamak. She already knew how to use that, right? That was like a basic spell from what I've understood. This was really, really cool. And to see her face all happy, to see this face right here, dude, this is fantastic, bro. What a perfect way to end it. Taking a character who's just so broken on the inside. I'll say it once, I'll say it a million times. So other than a dope fight scene, character development, those are my two so fighting and then character development, those are my two favorite things. But my two favorite those are the generals. Specifics, dope fight scenes, still number one. Number two, my number two favorite goodness, I can't think. My number two favorite scene is when a broken character gets repaired by another. So if I look here, like specifically at ReZero, this is the third time it's happened in this show, from what I know. So the first one was in episode 18. It was when Rim gave her speech to Subaru. Fantastic episode. I love that episode. Specifically, I actually preferred in English. I prefer that episode in English. It's just so good. So something about being able to hear it in my language just hits so differently than when it was in Japanese. And and it's not always the case. I'm not one of those people who are anti-dub, right? I watch both. I watch both sub and dub. and I make my opinion based off of just how it fits. So, for example, Bleach, I prefer in English. I think they did a fantastic job. One Piece, Naruto, I prefer in Japanese. I don't like the main characters' voices for them. Dragon Ball, if you're not watching in English, I don't know how to help you with that. Like, that's a must. I mean, not that Japanese was bad, it's just perfect in English. So, Sword Art Online, good in both languages, you know? Anyway. So I might actually rewatch this in English if they've come out with a dub. I don't know if they have, but I like to watch them in Japanese and then I'll rewatch them in English if I like it enough, which I probably will. But to see Beatrice come off, just so happy. Oh, that was the first one. The first one was Rim and Subaru. The second one was Subaru and Echidna. So both repairing Subaru, right? And then the third one was Subaru repairing Beatrice. Fantastic. Wonderful. I think it was fantastic. And you could say, to a sense, this whole battle with Roswaal did the same thing. It kind of repaired him, if you would. So, but this was cool. This was cool. This was cool, dude. So they used the crystal magic and drew a square. She lit it. She then started lifting it up in the air. I just want to say, perfect square. Just saying. Just saying, you know? The artist touch done by Subaru. Ah, so good. Imagine perfect angles. Look at that. 90-degree turns. Perfect. Not a single crystal out of line. All right. Besides maybe like this one. Did they use the same setup? Just curious. So this is, that's the same. I'm curious how they edited it or how they animated it. If it's like drawn straight down the middle or not, you know? And then they just folded it like a book. Because it could literally be a book, like right there. But either way, very, very cool. So this attack here was sick. And then you had Beatrice. So she used Shamak, whatever you call it. And they couldn't see anything, but they knew there was flesh next to them. So they started eating each other. That means eventually there's going to be one left. But if they consume, they duplicate. So that therefore they're infinitely duplicating. So there's going to be the maximum number in here at all times. They're just always going to be eating and multiplying. And now that it's in a different dimension, it's hidden away, not destroyed. Oh, you haven't seen the last of the rabbit. I promise you, the rabbit's not gone. It's going to be unleashed somehow, or the door's going to be open and someone's going to be thrown in there or something. This isn't the last time we see the rabbits. Roswaal would have burned them all to the ground if it was, you know. Fantastic part right here. She loved this. She loved this. She's just like a really, really old child. She's like super wise and stuff, but she's still a child. If that makes sense. These two had a great moment. And they showed this to be Echidna. This appears to be Echidna. It appears to be Echidna, like flawless, but also not. Like it looks different. Like I can't see her eyes. If I saw her eyes, maybe. Like I know I saw in. I mean, I know she's extra pale because she's dead in this scene. So maybe? I mean, I guess that is a kid now. Okay. I thought that was a Echidna the whole time. Or I thought it wasn't. But why did Amelia say, who is this? Why would Amelia say, who is this, if she's alive, if she's dead, if that wasn't her? You know? I don't know, that's the part where I'm stuck at. And then you had this scene. Bro, I can't, bro. I can't, dude. Puck was like, yeah, when a boy and a girl kiss, she becomes pregnant. The baby I'm carrying in my belly, dude, I can't, bro. Oh, how innocent you are. How could you believe that? Oh my gosh. She thought she was preggo. Oh my gosh, dude, I can't. Okay, so they all just whacked them. They all had their fair share of whacks. Oh man. And Ram was just like, okay. They all got their payback. And we learned about this oath thing on his chest. So if he is to, so he has to remain pure. And if he goes against what he says, then he becomes impure. So, yes. So he has to stay true to his worth, or his word. So he will no longer sacrifice anyone. He will no longer hurt anyone. So interesting. And he threw that. Honestly, I didn't even see Ryuzu there the whole time, dude. I didn't even know. I didn't see Ryuzu. I don't know why I missed her, but I missed her, and it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. So this, interesting. Happy. So she's happy, sad. This is happy, sad. This is sappy. So is Amelia, or is Echidna present with the Ryuzus? Like, to a degree? How did that work? You know? How did that work? Goodness. Petra was like, I'm not going to forgive you. That's it. Like, that's a bad thing. And he was like, I am sorry, and Ram, smiley. I'm glad Ram didn't die there. I thought they straight up killed Ram. I was like, bro. Anna Rose, head over heels for Amelia. So he still plans to join Echidna, and he's not going to sway from that. No, I mean, can't hold it against him. Like, he set his goal from the very beginning. We all knew it, so it's not like it was a shocker or anything. So we go through the oath. Garf over here doing his. I like how they put Rem up, and Ram's still taking care of her. I think she knows. I mean, they talked about it at one point. She knows that this is her sister, but she doesn't know who she is. Right? That makes sense? I mean, I guess you all know, but go through the night ship. They're like, we're gonna talk some stuff over, you know? can't wait to find out what we'll talk about. Okay, buddy. I better leave Puck outside, alright? Goodness. And then they had their super nice dance. Great. Alright. Rem. I gotta say it. I'm disappointed. That's the only point I'm disappointed in. That's it. This is the only point I'm disappointed in. They, in the beginning of the season, they put her in this coma thing, and no one remembered her. It's like, fine, but bring her back. So now I have to wait until the next season, which I don't know when that is, because it could be a year, it could be half a year, it could be a couple days, it could be a decade before we get season 3. And I wanted to see Rem, and the last time I saw her was when the Archbishop of Gluttony wiped her existence out from everyone. Like, I'm a bit sad. I wanted to see Rem. Rem is like my favorite character. So ever since she completely repaired Subaru back in season 1, her dope fighting style with the demon transformation, fighting with the it's not a mace, but it's like a mace-like thing. The chain with the ball that has all the spikes on it. I forget what it's called. Fighting with that, super dope. Is it a mace? I don't know. I thought the mace was the stick with the ball, not the chain. I don't know. Either way, I wanted to see her. You know, I wanted to see her. So that's my only complaint with this, is that I wanted to see Rem, but it could be a personal bias complaint. It's not actually. I'm sure they'll bring her back and it'll be glorious, and making us wait longer makes us want to have it more, so it'll be even better than I expected. So, goodness, what an overall great season. From the introduction to the other archbishops, the introduction of the witches, fantastic. I can't wait to see, you know, more, especially about like the ones that we didn't really see, like for example, like what's her name, Sekhmet, right? Not goddess, the witch of Sloth, I think. Apparently she's super strong, and I want to see what's up with her. You know, I mean, we obviously saw like Daphne and all of them, but she just kind of came in and she was just like sitting there like, ah, I suppose I can help. Ah, it's just like the pinnacle of don't bother me, and it was fantastic. Like introduction to more great beasts created by the Witch of Gluttony. I believe her name is Daphne. I think. I could have some of the witches' names mixed up. Witch of Gluttony, the one that made the great serpent, the great rabbit, and the great whale. So the whale is dead. The rabbit is in another location, and the great serpent we saw in Amelia's flashback. And it literally just looked like a little snake, but then there was this black shadow thing in the back of the forest. So obviously not just one little snake, but maybe it can split into multiple little snakes. So snakes not fun, you know. But let me see. So we had the archbishops. We had witches, and even a warlock. So a devil of melancholy. And the Witch of Vanity. So Pandora and whatever his name is. I don't remember his name. But we had them. We had her, the Witch of Vanity. Very interesting character with her abilities, because it doesn't appear like she herself can do anything. It just looks like she's able to undo things, which it's very similar to Subaru's Return by Death with the Witch of Envy. You know? Very interesting. Because it's literally just able to, like him, like... Huh. You know? I don't know. It's just interesting. Got me thinking, you know, about Satella and Pandora. How they interact. How would they interact? Have they interacted? You know? Got me thinking on things, because it could have been, you know, maybe Satella used Pandora for that, you know? I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, because obviously she's probably quite strong, but I don't know the extent. So definitely an interesting spot. But who else did we have? I mean, we obviously had Garfield and his sister. Got to see that whole backstory with some demi-humans, the entire graveyard arc. Elsa, man, I can't believe I didn't forget about Elsa, but like, I can't believe I waited so long to bring her up. Like, we got to see her return. So as season 1, she popped up to like episode 6, I think, or she was there for like 4, 5, and 6, or no, 1 through 6, I think. And then Reinhard shoot her off, and now she's back. So does that mean that Roswaal hired her back then? I mean, I guess she was probably just up for hire, you know? I don't know. How did he have the connection? How long has the connection been there for? Did he know her? Was he supposed to kill Amelia sooner and then it didn't happen? Because I mean, apparently he knew about everything in the book, so I'm assuming that he sent Elsa to go kill them until he figured it out, you know? Because for him, it was one timeline, right? There's one timeline, and he believed in multi-timelines. But for him, it was just one. Because all the other like if it was like a branch where they didn't work, this works. So that's the trunk. All those branches got cut off based on decisions. I'm trying to remember if I forgot anything. I mean, obviously we had Archbishop of Greed. What is his name? God, what's his name? I'm so terrible with names. The one with like the 97 wives, or 57, or 79 wives. 79 wives. That's what it is. 79 wives. Can't remember his name. Unfortunately, I cannot remember his name. It'll come to me like right after I stop recording. But his whole power, super cool. We got to see who raised Amelia, Mother Fortuna. Very cool character, very powerful. I see where Amelia, you know, if her brother's just as powerful, then I see that must be the low end, while the witch is a very high end, so she must be somewhere in the middle to be a demi-witch. Demi-witch, demi-elf. Demi Witch Elf. But yeah, great characters overall. We got to see the creation of Hughes. Not really the creation, but like the transition between Hughes to Betelgeuse, even though that's probably his full name. God, dude, I just love the writing in this entire show. Like it got so good this season. The first season, it was so simple, if you would, in comparison to the second one, because they went and they were going on a simple timeline, whereas that was the story, and then he had to adapt the story, and then he added all this extra stuff. So I'm assuming we're gonna get more info on the dragon, we're gonna get more info on the selection, we're gonna get more info on the rest of the witches, more info on the archbishops. I mean, there's so much content here that I don't think he actually planned on doing. So it's just kind of incredible. I mean, I'm looking at maybe like 4 seasons worth of things. 4 more seasons, you know? Like, you can make an entire season. I mean, if they're long like this, you can wrap up a ton of stuff. So maybe like 2 long seasons, you know? 2 more seasons like this. Like, goodness. Oh, goodness. The episodes were so long, too. Most of them without openers or closers. Just straight content. The creators of the show really did a great job. It was fantastic. Goodness, yeah, I'm ready for season 3 whenever that is. I will be doing my reactions to that. I do think I have one more thing I have to do with this season, but if you choose not to watch it for this special episode, it's okay. But I will be making that one anyway. But this concludes season 2 of ReZero and my reactions related to it. So it was a pleasure for all of you to join me. Feel free to check out other content I have on my channel. It will really help me. I want to do many other animes. So when I'm moving on from here, I think I will be finishing up Attack on Titan. I have seen all the way up to the first couple episodes of season 3. So I'm going to give myself a little refresher. And I will be going into that. That is my next current plan. If you would like to see that, go ahead and stay tuned, and I will produce that for you. But I do know I have to watch the special episode of ReZero. I forget what it's called. Frozen Bonds, I believe. So I will do that tomorrow. But other than that, it's been a pleasure, guys. I will see you all in the next one.